Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Kree-Sentry Build-A-Figure wave of Captain Marvel Legends Yon-Rogg, or Yon-Rogg? I don't know, it's some goofy-ass character with a goofy-ass suit and big-ass feet. Anyway, this is another movie figure, and I'm going to be selling all my movie figures, so if anybody wants to buy them, let me know. I'm just kidding, don't let me know, because I know you guys are all going to go crazy saying I want to buy them for like $2, and I'm like, that's what they're worth, but that's not what I'm selling them for. Anyway, this guy does have some pretty good things about him, like Hasbro usually does a good job on the movie figures. However, this one has a whole lot going on that's not good. So, let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 17 centimeters, just shy of that, which makes him pretty close to 6.5 inches, maybe just a hair over it. And at first glance, this is a pretty decent looking figure. As I said, Hasbro tends to do a good job with the movie figures, though if you check out my top 10 worst figures from 2018, you'll see quite a few movie figures on there, which means they do screw them up sometimes. And this is kind of one of those times. It's about halfway. You can see the sculpt overall is pretty nice. The paint job overall is very nice. It's very clean. Fair amount of detail in there. There's some silver lining, some black, some metallic green. It looks pretty good. They did some shading on the arm gun things. You know, it's pretty good. So paint job wise, it's nice. But we have a problem. One is that the head is really big. It looks funky. I'm not sure why. I mean, it has a helmet on, which is fine, but the way they did it is kind of weird because he has a fairly small face. Then the eyes are not in place for where his eyes would be if his face was in a helmet. So it looks weird, and then the way it just kind of flares out at the top looks weird too. It's a goofy look, but that's not the problem. The biggest problem, and even though it's a small part of the figure, it's a big problem. His feet are absolutely gigantic. It looks like he's wearing his dad's rain boots on top of his space armor boots. They are absolutely huge. They're gigantic. I don't understand. How did this happen? How did somebody at Hasbro make this and go, let's make his feet 50% too big? And everybody else was like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. And then they did it. How? How does that happen? All right, anyway, so the aesthetics on this guy, 5 out of 10. Those giant feet and relatively large head make this look like a dollar store knockoff. It's just goofy looking because of those big ass boots. Unless he happens to have giant, humongous ass feet in the movie, then this is not acceptable. Okay, moving on to accessories. We get one unpainted blaster. 4 out of 10, I guess, because it's fine that he got a gun, but it doesn't look good. So 4 out of 10, I guess. Moving on to the articulation. The head can lean back, so that's pretty good. It can lean forward, so that's pretty good. Side to side is fine. Does it have any attitude? And just the tiniest little bit. Shoulders work pretty nicely. They go up just about horizontal, and then they rotate. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow works okay, except on mine, they put the joint in backwards, so it doesn't work. This arm is floppy, and this one doesn't want to move, or this part of the arm. And then on this one, it works okay. So, but you only get 90 degrees, so that sucks. And then you can see these things are just glued on, which is okay, I guess. And then the wrists have a swivel and a hinge. This hand is a trigger finger hand. This hand is a fist hand. One way Marvel Legends could be instantly better with almost no cost, alternate hands. Very easy for them to do. Waist swivel is fine. The belt is floaty and soft. Ab crunch doesn't go back. Does it go forward? Kind of. It's all mushy feeling. Doesn't have very much range. What the heck? It's painted through and sculpted through. That's good, but that's not. It's floppy, and that's not good. Hips do go really far out to the side and don't have a huge gap, so that goes to show they can do it. They just don't normally. They do go forward pretty well, and then do they go back? No. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee is fine. Boot swivel is in there. That's good. Giant feet do go all the way back and pretty far forward. Oh my god, those feet are big. Holy crap, he looks like Herman Munster. Okay, so for the articulation, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's fine for the most part, except for the ab crunch is terrible, and I guess everything else works pretty well, so there's that. Okay, so time for the final verdict. Does anybody care about this character? I doubt it. Does anybody care about this figure? I doubt it. Did they do a very good job on this figure? Not really. The paints are good. Sculpts are good for most of it, and articulation is decent. But having those giant feet is enough, and then an unpainted accessory and a goofy looking head is enough for this guy to make it on the less than 10 list, which is to say he is getting only a 4 out of 10. I can't recommend anybody buy this. It's goofy. It is so goofy looking, and then with the problems in addition to it, I don't know why anybody would want to buy this figure. It's just not that good. Can't even pose him properly with his gun to put him out of his misery. It's a disappointment. Don't buy it. That'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And if for some reason you didn't enjoy this video, well, it's too late now. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. I have over 3,000, almost 4,000 videos on the channel, most of which are reviews, so that could help you out a whole bunch. And there's plenty of content you probably haven't seen, so go ahead and check it out. Look through my playlists. Plenty of stuff you might like, so go ahead and check out all that good stuff. Subscribe and come back for the new stuff that's coming out. And in the meantime, keep collecting.